style. Ringo TV. Ringo TV. Ringo TV.
Welcome to another edition of Ringo TV Reactions,
The #1 reactionary channel on YouTube.
I'm your host, Ringo. Make sure you click the like button, subscribe, and support the content. Welcome to the stream, Ringo TV Reactions. You know, we back again to cover our case about the business channel. See, I got a problem with this brother now. And since I'm holding everybody accountable, we're gonna talk about him. We're gonna milk the system because we're looking for views. So we're gonna use him to make content. That's right. You know, in these streets, we hear a lot about people talking about ProBlack, B1. But what exactly are all these individuals doing for the community? I want to know exactly what are they doing for the community. Because I'm beginning to think that all of you cats is just a bunch of hustlers, just like the pastors in these churches. You know, these Christian pastors that tell these people to bring their tithes and their offerings. People that live in the hood and the projects, in the slums. You know, the communities you don't want to live in. The communities you talk about, but you don't do anything to empower them. These pastors, what they do is they come in, they teach the people lies to get their money. So I'm putting two and two together as I walk through these YouTube streets, because you know I'm in these streets. And I noticed that the controversy surrounding Just Pearly seems to be a hot topic. And your boy, Jason Black, decided to take shots at content creators. And I'm not happy about that. So we're gonna make content. And we're gonna use him as an example. We're gonna put him up to public scrutiny to find out where he really is. Because I don't trust none of you cats in these streets. None of you. Everybody out here to get $1. But they hide behind different ideologies that attract the people. Just like in the Christian church. All they gotta do is say, Jesus, and everybody line up. Oh, that's my pastor, that's my pastor. They pouring out all their money. But something interesting about Jason Black. You know, we had to go do our research to try to find out a little more information. See, I'm gonna play devil's advocate tonight because I wanna find out what really is his true intentions and motives in these YouTube streets. I wanna know. The Black Channel, Jason Black. What is your real agenda? What is your real purpose with the people? Is it about views? Is it about subscribers? Is it about money? Money. Is it about money? I want to know. Let's talk about this, Jason Black. Yeah. Let's talk about this. You know, the other day, I think you were invited on 2 different platforms. First, you were called out by O'Shea. You were also invited on the Obsidian channel. And I got my disagreements with everybody. So don't think because I'm mentioning people's names that I rock with everybody, because I don't. But we're gonna hold you to public scrutiny since everybody's being held accountable, since everybody is being brought to the light, since everybody is trying to get a view and a subscriber, since everybody want to talk about racism, we got to find out about you. Because, you know, I hear a lot of voices and everybody's talking and everybody's following everybody. But I want to know your real motives. So I did a little digging. And what I noticed, based on the stats of the analytics, it seems like on your stream, your 7-hour stream, you went live for 7 hours. That's somebody's shift at work. But what's interesting about this shift at work is that you're the same guy who talked about you don't do this for the views. You don't do this for the subscribers. And you took personal shots at content creators. And I want to talk about this. It's crazy, man. But now, before we get into this, I gotta bring back up your memory. Because again, we holding you to public scrutiny. Yeah, that's right. Because you know, we do this for the views. I don't know about you, sir, but over here on Ringo TV Reactions, we do what we do for the views. Because that's the reason why we on YouTube. I mean, why else would we be here? It doesn't even make any sense. Like, why would we be here and we not concerned about the views? So we're going to review your wonderful message and bring a little more context to this for the people. Because what we're trying to find out your true intentions on YouTube. That's what we're trying to find out. See, it's one thing to focus on Just Pearly, and we're going to focus on her too. Oh yeah, we're going to definitely focus on Just Pearly. Oh yeah, I got a lot of content to come out because I got a lot of views and subscribers to get, because that's the whole goal of YouTube. I don't know anybody that come to YouTube that don't want any views and don't want any subscribers, because that's how it works. I mean, if I don't got no subscribers and I don't get no views, then what's the point of posting videos? So, let's get back to this wonderful post that you made. Because, you know, a lot of people in these YouTube streets, they acting like they didn't see it. And a lot of cats, they acting like they ain't see my first video about you. Everybody's acting like, see, let me tell you something, fam, in these YouTube streets. This is why I don't rock with nobody. People act like they don't see. In these streets, just nothing but hypocrites all over the place. Everybody acting like they rock with one another, but they really don't. You'll have one dude, he cool with this cat, but he disagree with what that person is doing. But he's still cool with that cat that disagree with this. But that cat don't agree with him because he roll with him. And they all confused. This is why I roll solo. I don't gotta worry about none of the drama. But I'm gonna produce this content though. I don't care who any of y'all are. I'm gonna produce this content. It's content season. You know, like wabbit season. So we hunting for content. So this is content strategy at the end of the day. So we trying to find out who Jason Black is. We want to find out what is your true intentions, because I hear all this talk about, you know, white supremacy and B1 and black power and all this other stuff everybody's saying, but I don't see the power. I mean, last time I checked, Mr. Black, without the Most High, the black community is finished. See, here's the thing, fam. If you ain't teaching people what thus saith the Most High, you can forget about B1. The black community is done. I mean, just take a look at Just Pearly. She winning. Not only that, we're going to deal with another video because we got to talk about King Riches. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. It's content season. We got to hold everybody to the fire. Oh, yeah. We got to talk about the truth and what's really going on in these streets. See, a lot of you Negroes, you think that everybody that look like this is your people. You've been sadly mistaken. But let's get back to you, Mr. Black. You made this post to make yourself appear like a freedom fighter, like a guy that is all about the community. But the interesting thing about this post is that when I look at this, I see monetary gain. That's what I see. And peace and blessings to everybody in the chat. Appreciate everybody joining in on the show. We got a lot to talk about. Thanks for your support. Arlene, I believe it is. Reed, appreciate your support. We got a lot to talk about. Because just like how we have charlatans in these churches, we got pimps in all shapes and sizes. And we got to bring it all out. And see, this would never even have come to the forefront if I would have never seen that post by Jason Black. I mean, I just can't get over this particular post here. It just speaks volumes. It speaks volumes to the fact that this dude is really here to hustle the people. At least that's my opinion. I do have a right to my opinion. I believe that Jason Black is here to hustle the people. I don't think you're here for empowering the people. I don't think you're here for that. Because when I look at the stats and I look at what's going on, it says that you made over $2,061 in super chats in one video stream. That's a lot of money to make in 7 hours. I mean, how many of you on a 9-to-5 made $2,000 in 7 hours? But remember, he don't do this for the views. He's not trying to milk the system. See, now let me get back to my point earlier. You were called out by two characters in these YouTube streets. And you didn't show up. You were called out. Now, when you were called out, I was sitting back waiting like, I wanted to see what was going to be your move. I was like, okay, he was called out. I mean, it's not like people called you out just to call you out. You were the one calling people out. Okay, cool is cool. They decided to call you out. You didn't show up. I didn't see you show up. You had ample opportunity. Because remember, if it's not about the views, you would have pulled up on other people's platform when they were live. You didn't do that. You didn't do that. So at that moment, I'm reading the room and I'm like, this guy is not really for real. I mean, there was a few ground rules. You had to cam up. You had to show up. You had to show some respect. Okay, I get it. Those are the ground rules. But I didn't see you show up. So in my mind, I'm like, if the situation with Just Pearly is really important, and you felt whatever you felt about anybody else, because again, I don't rock with nobody in these streets. Nobody. I'm making that clear. I don't rock with nobody in these YouTube streets. You had your opportunity to go on the air and share your grievances and whatever bothers you. Go toe to toe if that's what you want to do. Have a civil discourse, whatever the situation is. You didn't do that. So at that moment, I knew this man is not really about what he's talking about. Because if you was really about that life, you would have pulled up when you were called out. Okay, maybe you were busy. Maybe you had to walk your dog. Maybe you had to walk your dog. Your dog had to go outside. It was probably during the time when you were being called out. Okay. All right, I'll give you that pass. But then now, Obsidian made a show. And again, I don't agree with none of these guys. But we're going to still talk about it, right? Because this is content. But he made a live show. He had an open panel. Anybody was invited to come up there and pull up. You didn't show up. So again, at that moment, I knew you weren't really about that life. Because you would have pulled up, you would have said, look, this is what it is, this is what it's about, and you would have laid down the rules. The reason why you didn't pull up, sir, the reason why you didn't pull up is because you can't make no money pulling up on nobody else's platform. That's why. You can't make no money pulling up. So I figured it out. You were called out by O'Shea. You were called out by Obsidian. And you didn't show up, even though you were the one that called everybody out first. So I'm sitting in the background because I'm like, okay, cool. Dude is going at these cats. He exposing Just Pearly. All right, cool. I'm going to hold MTR accountable. I'm going to hold him to the fire. But then when I saw this post right here, I was like, nah, fam, I can't rock with this dude. I can't rock with this dude. This dude right here is shady. Because it made me realize that it's not about the empowerment of the people. You know, I was motivated. I was like, okay, this guy seemed to be true. But then when I saw that post, I was like, dang, man. I had to step back a little bit and kind of recap, kind of look at it like really? Like I thought this was about empowering our people so that, you know what I'm saying, due to racism and all this other stuff. And then I realized that all that stuff you spitting is a joke. Because if you was really about it, if Just Pearly's situation was really at the forefront of your mind, you would have pulled up on O'Shea and you would have pulled up on Obsidian. You would have pulled up. But you didn't because you couldn't get no views. You weren't gonna get paid for it. See, I'm reading your card, fam. See, everybody in these YouTube streets trying to get the bag. You think I'm doing this video to waste my time? I'm trying to get paid like everybody else because YouTube is a business. So when you make posts like this, taking shots, talking about people making posts, daily posts, and milking the system and doing all this other stuff. And, you not chasing views or subs, and you ain't going to do this now or never and all this other junk. That's cap. Because the only reason why you ain't pull up on these other cats is because you couldn't get the views you wanted. And you wasn't going to make no money. The bottom line with you is the dollar. That's a fact. And the proof of that is, like I said, it's in the stats. This was your highest payout on YouTube since you've been on YouTube. This has been your highest payout on a stream. Fam, I got all the websites with all the stats. I looked through all the information. That's your highest video in terms of monetary gain. And that made me realize you here for the views just like everybody else. It ain't about no empowerment, nothing. That's designed to keep the attention of those folks out there that been programmed to think that you some sort of leader when really you're not. Because just like all these pastors in these churches, they got a lot of followers, a lot of people that pull up, giving their tithes and their offerings. Well, that's exactly what happened during your live show. People were pouring money out of their pockets. So your pockets was getting lined up, laced up with cash. Well, in order to get that, you had to have views. See, that's exactly what you wanted because your video title says an open invitation to call me directly. O'Shea Duke Jackson, JustPearlyThings, Melanie King. But O'Shea already done called you out. He went live. You never pulled up. So by the pure fact you never pulled up, I knew something was wrong. But I didn't want to jump the gun because I figured, well, maybe, I don't know. I can't really speak on it. But then when Obsidian did his show, you still didn't pull up. So I'm like, nah, you can't be that busy because you in these streets. Every YouTuber in these streets see what's going down. Most of them up right now, in the clouds, hiding, watching me right now. But you didn't pull up. So for you to make a video title an open invitation, that's laughable, fam. That's laughable. How could you have an open invitation for people to call you when they already had the invitation open to you? It's not making much logical sense at this point. It's not. I'm trying to put the puzzles together because he claimed it's about B1, black verse. But what are you doing for the people? Why you never pulled up? Why you ain't go on those platforms and talk? Because you couldn't get no views. You couldn't get no super chats. And check this out. They had home court advantage. See, this proved to me that you're really not about the life that you claim. And I gotta call it out because you got people that believe in you. I mean, when you broke the story with Just Pearly, that's the first time I knew about the BS. But when you made that community post, when I saw that, I was like, nah, fam, I can't rock with that. So to all you pro-blacks out there, respectfully, what exactly is Jason Black doing? What exactly is he doing for the community that's really helping the youth, that's really getting their minds right? What is he doing for the crime that's going on? What is he doing for the drugs and the women, the way they out there going wild and wilding out? Seemed like anytime he wanted to talk about black men, he put them down. They're either broke, they're not doing nothing, they're not smart, they're not leaders. All the scolding, we get all of that. But no solutions. Community is still in shambles. But everybody's with this B1 thing. Look, fam. If black people are not following the Most High, if black people are not in those scriptures, reading that Bible, adjusting their life to the word of the Most High, ain't nothing ever gonna change. So no matter how much you wanna talk B1 and black this and black first, that's a hustle. That's your gimmick, fam. I can see through it now. That's your gimmick. Let me see what else I got here. Let me see what else I got. Cause this is some crazy stuff, fam. I'm just trying to figure it out, man. You know, I'm trying to figure out what's going on. Let me see. Yeah, check this out right here, fam. Some more stats. As you can see, based on the stats. Now remember, he's not on YouTube for views, but he get more views than me. Let's talk about that. You busy complaining about people doing videos about Just Pearly. You get more views than me. You have way more live viewers than me. So you're doing it for the views. That's how you get paid. So how can you judge other brothers by saying you and I broke the Pearly Things racism story? We made only one video addressing her comments. Only one, even though we know it's two. Everyone else after that made daily posts about it, usually just to milk the system, basically to milk it, while providing no new information. So basically what you're doing, you think you're the information man. You think the story is exclusive to you. And you're mad that everybody's continually talking about Just Pearly. You made it a hot topic. And you mad that other people are making content. And you say, usually, to milk it, which means you usually watch other content creators do stories and make videos, and you've been watching them for many, many years. You've been watching Pockets for a long time, fam. But the sad thing about this, fam, is that you said we didn't chase views or subs before, and we're not doing it now. But that's a lie, fam. Because based on these videos, they all got views. Your 7-hour video that you did is approaching 100,000 views. That's a lot of views. That's way more views than mine. So you getting way more views. So it's very clear that you're doing it for the views, right? Check it out. So you made $2,600 off of that one video. And then your first video about Just Pearly Things, you made $530 in super chats. Sounds to me like you here to get the bag. But you're trying to present yourself as pro-black, as a man of honor and integrity, a man that cares about the people. I personally don't believe you care about people, primarily black people. My opinion of you, sir, is that you realize that there are a lot of people on social media that they adhere to the pro-black movement, the B1 movement. And you realize there's a market of people that you can get their ear. All you got to do is just have the word supremacy in your talking points, and they're going to come in because they're programmed, just like people in them churches. As soon as they hear prosperity, Jesus, they run to the preacher. And that's exactly why they run to you. Let me give you another point of criticism. A lot of times when content creators have a lot of live viewers, they think they're the man. Let me break that down for you. Do you know that on YouTube, most people don't even care about the content creator? The only reason why you'll have a lot of viewers that's coming in is not because they're being educated or learning. It's because they're there for the drama. They're there for the smoke. They're there because they see the names in the title and they're looking to see a fight. That's why they come. That's why they show up. See, I understand the business of YouTube. And I understand that when people truly are pro-Black and they want to build a community and they all show up in those numbers, you would expect that the community would be doing better, but the community is not. So that means the majority of your audience that believe in pro-Black, B1, whatever your movement is, what exactly is improving in the communities? What exactly is improving in the youth? Why is it that our women are still out here wilding out? Why is it that our men are out here still wilding out? What are you doing about that, sir? Absolutely nothing. Now I know you may be a little upset. Cat got your tongue because you're focused on Just Pearly. You're focused on Just Pearly. I see what you're doing. You know that Just Pearly's comments is going to make B1 folks upset. And you knew that that strategy would pull them in. And you capitalized off of it. And that's why we see the cash coming in. You see that? See, again, fam, the numbers don't lie. You're here for views. You're here to get paid. And you don't care about our people. Because if you had love for Black people, you would be teaching them, thus saith the Most High. But you don't rep the scriptures. You don't teach the people the Bible. You don't teach them that the way out of their problems is to repent of their sins. See, if our people don't repent of their sins and come back to the Most High, there's no Black empowerment. See, our people are on the bottom, and they're on the bottom for a reason, because they don't want to obey the Most High. Are you teaching them that, sir? Are you teaching our people to obey them scriptures? Or are you just hustling the people? You see that? See, there's nothing wrong with making money. There's nothing wrong with that. Nothing wrong with getting a super chat. But the interesting thing about that is that we only have the calculations of the super chats. We don't have any calculations of any cash apps that you may have. So in all sense and purposes, if you made over $2,000 during your 7-hour live stream, what did you make during your cash apps? So it's very apparent to me that you're here for the views, not the people. And this is why I'm holding you to public scrutiny, because we want to know, what is your motives here? I mean, you were called out. You never showed up. You didn't cam up. And you know what's so interesting about this? And this is what's crazy about this. It's like, with a lot of you YouTubers, right? You do stuff like, you tell people to come on your panel. You tell people to come on your show. And you tell them to cam up. But you're not cammed up. I don't understand that math. I just don't get it. I don't get it. You understand? I don't understand this. But now check it out. Last night, you had Jessica X on your show. Jessica X. Now, I'm going to be honest with you. She don't care about African American people. And I can say that boldly. She don't care about none of you. See, one of the problems with African American people, so-called, is that they don't understand the history. They don't understand that they were sold into slavery. They don't understand that a particular people passed them around. They don't understand none of that stuff. So they think that anyone who have melanated skin is their people. Jessica X is not your people. No. See, you so-called black people, African Americans, descendants of the transatlantic slave trade, you're Shemites. Do you understand? Jessica X, Hamite. And her mother, Caucasian. She's not your people. For her, this is entertainment. Oh, King Riches, he's not your people. I'm also getting word in these streets. It's alleged, I don't know if it's a fact, that his girlfriend is Italian. And he is being employed by Just Pearly. Now, when you put all of that together and you understand the transatlantic slave trade, you understand how the other nations sold our people all over the place, you'll understand that all these other people that are on YouTube are just capitalizing off of the dysfunctions in the black community. See, this is why they don't like me. And I don't really care, because I don't rock with none of them. Those are not my people. Just because they have melanated skin doesn't mean they my people. See, I understand bloodline. Bloodline is the truth. Who is your father? Bloodline. So when you think about a King Riches, for example, he don't care about African Americans. But he'll talk about your women. Oh, your women is this, your women is that, while allegedly have his arms around an Italian woman. Now, how could that man talk about the conditions of African American women when he don't even like them? They're not even his women. This is why Just Pearly made her show, and this is why all the people she recruit in terms of her staff are all from Africa. Because if you understand anything about slavery, our people fled into Africa, fleeing Roman persecution. And we were sold by the Africans, to the Spaniards, to the Caucasian man, to this one, to that one, to the French, to the Dutch. That's right. This is why no one in that region will claim you. Now, we do have brothers and sisters in South Africa. Yes, we do. But if the truth be told, in the educational system, they don't see you in America. They don't see you as their people, because you're not. So when you understand Just Pearly's platform, it is there to take, exploit, and capitalize off of the struggle of the so-called African American. So, Mr. Black, what have you done to empower your people? See, what I just gave them there, that's the truth. But see, I know how to break it down. You, sir, this is what you're into. You want that bag. And see, there's nothing wrong with getting the bag. There's nothing wrong with that. But the problem that I have with you getting the bag is that you're not genuine. You're disingenuous. Because again, your initial community posts make you appear as if though you're here to build the people up, empower the people, by claiming that everyone else that has made daily posts is usually just to milk it while providing no new information. And the reason why you said that, sir, is because you want to be the spokesman and you want all the people to worship you, but you're not doing anything for the people. And that's the problem I have. You're not telling the people the truth. The truth of the matter is most of these content creators work together. That's right. See, we're going to talk about King Riches a little more in another video. But there's a reason why Just Pearly recruit Africans to work for her. You know why? Because they like this. And that's something African Americans don't understand. They have an agreement, and their agreement is getting the bag. Their agreement is to, hear this, harvest our wealth. See, what a lot of you African Americans don't understand, the other nations are harvesting our wealth. Now, if you hear anybody in these YouTube streets taking that talking point, you know they got it from me. They come in, they start their channels, and they begin to talk about the topics that we been talking about. And what's interesting about it is, just like every foreigner that come to America, they have a business overnight. You can have a foreigner that will come to America, the United States, New York, start a business overnight. Same thing on YouTube. They can come to YouTube, start a business, start a channel, and immediately they're at 1 million subscribers. While you Negroes been on this platform all your life and you don't even get no views, make no money, but they making all the money off of your struggle, off of your talents, off of your issues. Same thing happened in the Black community. Chinaman come over, start a business, put his whole family through college, live in a nice house in Jersey somewhere. Another man come from Nigeria, start up a business, boom, 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 making a lot of money. His kids is in college, he live in a nice house over there in Connecticut. But you still in the hood. But they're able to come here and get what they need and set up shop because there's an agreement that has been made to keep you, African Americans, on the bottom. And that's what you don't know. See, if these pro-blacks are not talking about them scriptures, I don't want to hear anything. Because as a people, we're never going to rise if we ain't following the Most High. See, Jason Black, he's not here to empower the people. He's here to hustle the people like a pastor, like a pulpit pimp. But he's doing it under the guise of exposing and talking about Just Pearly. And it sounds good, don't get me wrong. It's very commendable. At the same time, when we see comments like this, it speaks otherwise. Because you say things here, but when we remove the veil, we see the truth. This is the truth. The truth is, you're here for the views. You're here for the cash. And that's the motive. And that's the problem that I have in these spaces. See, Just Pearly and her crew is here to milk the system by exploiting Black people. But the truth is, she never lived around Black people. She never did. See, I didn't watch the entire interview with the Obsidian channel, but I did see a clip where Super Sly 75 asked Just Pearly some very good questions. And her answers, really exposed the fact that she don't know nothing about us as a people. And we have been through this over and over, where we let people in. And you had so many guys that were on that panel praising Just Pearly, saying you didn't do nothing wrong, you're good to go, you don't need to apologize. You got a lot of content creators in this space, a lot of raccoons trying to get on Just Pearly's platform. These content creators, they already done sold out. That's why I told y'all, fam, y'all be showing everybody else love but me. And I'm the one that been the most official. You got cats that can clearly see that this woman has major issues, major problems. And yet people acting like they can't see. I mean, did y'all see the video that Mike TV put out there, formerly known as Mr. Real Estate? Did y'all see his video stream that he put out? Y'all should check him out. I might react to a portion of his video to drive some traffic to his platform, because he brought out some old tapes of Just Pearly. He brought out some real voicemails. And boy, was it a problem. But y'all still co-sign her, right? Okay. This is why we as a people cannot grow. See, we're never going to be able to grow. I'm just being honest with you. No amount of videos, no amount of anything is going to help Black people in America grow and unite. Nothing is going to do it. See, you see how I just did that? See, I'm not giving you no promises. But now, the solution to all the problems we facing right now is the word of the Most High. The reason why we're in the problems we're in right now, because we keep getting lied to by a lot of these folks out here that are hustling the people. They don't tell us about the word of the Most High. They don't tell us about the scriptures. They don't tell us to repent of our sins. Instead, they laugh at the Bible. They mock the Bible. They say that's not important. And we wondering why we in trouble right now. We wondering why. So the manosphere, the Black manosphere, and all of these guys in the so-called manosphere is guilty, because I got videotapes and voicemails on all of them where they bigged her up, shouted her out, claimed that people are haters. Now, I don't know who they were talking about because it wasn't me, because I never made videos about her till now. Do you understand me? So a lot of these guys pushed her to the top, and this normally happens in our community. We always exalt people of the other nations to be our leaders. This is crazy. So all the men were on Obsidian's channel worshiping Pearly. They were worshiping her. Guys were in their feelings, cussing and getting very, very angry. And I'm sitting there and I'm like, you guys never show that type of passion for so-called black women in America. You never do. I mean, you kissing her boots, trying to get comfortable with her. Let me tell you something, man. All you content creators at the sound of my voice that are defending Just Pearly and her actions and connections, you guys are sellouts. Now, yeah, Jason brought out the story, but I don't respect him either because of what he did. See, everybody got to be held accountable. Everybody. By your words, you'll be justified, the scripture says, and by your words, you'll be condemned. It's in the Bible, right? Look at the stats. An open invitation to call me directly. Nobody wasn't going to call you directly. At that point, it's pointless. Why would anybody call you directly when they already called you out? See, here's the thing. And this is how I know that Jason Black is not true and he's a fraud, in my opinion. In these streets, when you call a man out and he initially say, hey, forget about waiting until later, forget about waiting until tomorrow, I'm gonna call you out, and you don't show up, we gotta call bluff for what it is, fam. At that moment, we gotta call bluff, because here's the thing. When you made that video promo saying that you're gonna go live and you had everybody's names and your titles, it appeared like, wow, some things is about to go down in these YouTube streets. But you were called out earlier. So it was like, hey, forget about waiting until that happens. Come to my platform and let's talk. But you never showed up to their platform. So I'm looking at this thing from afar and I'm like, you threw the shots, but you didn't deliver. You didn't keep the same energy. So when Obsidian went on, you had another opportunity. You had another opportunity to talk, to come on the air. You didn't come on the air. Now remember, you the one that broke the story about Just Pearly. So I would expect the man that don't want no views, that ain't looking for no subscribers, there ain't no ulterior motives, I'm expecting you to pull up. But you never pulled up. You know how bad that looks? Now, while your fan base is saying you single-handedly destroyed the manosphere, which I don't care about, I don't rock with none of these cats, but I'm gonna produce this content. Because trust and believe, everybody watching. You had your opportunity to pull up, share your piece, but you didn't. So at that moment, your card was pulled. You were exposed already. So there's no need to make a video saying an open invitation to call me directly. Why would anybody take you serious at that point? Like, it's pointless at this point. Why would anybody take you serious? And I don't even agree with these cats. But why would anybody take you serious to pull up to call you when they already called you out? It's not even worth talking about. But you're about Black empowerment, right? You had your opportunity to empower the people. But see, like I said, you couldn't get no cash apps. You couldn't get no super chats. You couldn't get no views. It would have ruined your show. Because, hey, if you would have went up on all those shows, on all those channels to speak your piece, you would have never been able to do this 7-hour live stream. And see, this is why I don't rock with nobody in these YouTube streets. I can't. It's dangerous. It's a waste of time. Because you can't really trust nobody. Because we're always divided. And this is why I roll solo. Because I don't trust none of you. I'm just being honest. None of you. I don't trust none of you ninjas. All of you. I don't trust none of you. Male and female. Because y'all channel hop, y'all capping, y'all clout chasing. Imagine you got YouTubers that's supposed to be about their people kissing the boots of Just Pearly, singing her praises. But when it comes to talking about Black women, they'll curse Black women out, condemn them, say all sorts of negative things over and over, flipping out. But for Pearly Things, they give her a pass. And you know why? Because they want to work with her so bad. They just want to be on her channel just one time. If they could just fly out. If they could just fly out to the UK. I'm pretty sure some of these content creators have already made deals under the table to fly out. Yeah. Let's talk about it. Some of these content creators already made deals under the table to fly out to be a guest on Just Pearly's show because they're really trying to get her subscribers. Some of you guys are so predictable, it's unbelievable. And some of these cats, 1 minute they were speaking negative of Just Pearly, now they speaking positive. This is why I can't trust none of you guys. You guys, man, and what's sad is Just Pearly, she's the boss. She's the actual boss. That's crazy. I mean, you guys are literally kissing her toenails just to be on her show so y'all could get some views. Y'all listen, people like you are the greatest sellouts. And see, I got the receipts of a lot of content creators where they said they don't care about the community. They said, let the community burn. I'm here to get paid. So if they're here to get paid and they don't care about the community, why would you even listen to their videos? That means they don't have nothing to offer you. Think about it. It's one thing to want to get paid. It's another thing at the same time to empower your people and give them knowledge and education. But most of these cats, for them, it's about that dollar, and that's it. They could care less if you on fire. They're not going to put you out. Anyway, fam, I'm just trying to figure out. The motives of this cat, Jason Black, is very evident and clear. Right now, he's thinking about how he can go live again and make the same amount of money. Right now, he's literally putting together a new stream, trying to figure out, if I could just go live and make some more money. I mean, who is he going to talk about next? Is he going to talk about me? Because he's going to talk about Just Pearly. He's going to probably talk about Obsidian. I mean, it'll be good if you talk about me. That'll help me to get some views. Yeah. That will definitely help me to get some views. Because after all, I'm on YouTube to get some views, right?
I can't stand this Ringo. What kind of game you playing, Ringo? What kind of game is this? I mean, okay, cool. I saw when you made your videos about Just Pearly, and I was like, okay, cool. But I didn't mean to make that community post. I didn't mean to do it, fam. I mean, I'm sorry, bro. I'm sorry. I mean, would you accept my apology? I mean, I'm sorry.
I don't care if you're sorry. I don't accept your apology, fam. I just can't do that. See, the way I work, the cloth that I'm cut from, right? I need for people to understand this. I need for you to understand how serious I am. I'm cut from the cloth that says, if you do something one time, you cut off. It's a wrap. You're done. Ain't no forgiveness. I don't believe in that. I believe that as grown adults, you know what you're doing. Just like Just Pearly knew what she was doing when she invited that dude on to interview him. She knew because somebody else had the same dude on their platform, and it was controversy. So she knew what was going to happen. She knew the backlash was going to come. It was premeditated. That's why I don't understand how you got content creators singing her praises, because she knew what was coming. Just like a lot of you do things and you know what's coming down the pipeline. You understand? So that's all we're going to say for now. Hope everybody enjoyed the stream. Hope everybody clicked the like button, because after all, we here for the likes. Right? I'm just speaking the truth, because I know a lot of these content creators don't like me. See, none of them like me. That's why I'm so free. See, I'm not associated to none of these cats. And I've been here since 2006. So I'm the OG in the space. I don't care who these guys are. I don't care what name they got. Doesn't mean anything to me, because you ain't doing nothing for our people anyway. And again, let me make this very clear. If you're not teaching the people what thus saith the Most High, you're not helping the people. In order for our people to change and do better, they got to repent and come back to the Most High. They got to come back to the scriptures in the Bible. If we not doing that, we doomed. And the other nations, they're going to continue to milk the system, continue to exploit us, and we're going to be the laughing stock of the world. Because they are already doing it right now. And with all the videos made about Just Pearly, ain't nothing changing. She's going to still continue to milk the system, because you Negroes love her more than the Most High. Matter of fact, you made her your queen. That's right. And see, a lot of y'all don't understand that even her username is a slap in your face. Just meaning she's never wrong. She's always right. Whatever she say is right. Just Pearly, white. Things. Material, money, monetary gain. Just Pearly Things. You have a Caucasian woman who believes she's always right, can never do wrong. She's pearly, which represents who she is, and she's here for the things. I bet you she spends money recklessly, but who cares? It just keeps coming in, right? But this is what it's all about, fam. It's all a play on words. She's just. In her eyes, she do nothing wrong. So when she make her videos with the Nick guy, she don't see nothing wrong because in her eyes, she's just pearly things. Man, I'm giving y'all too much information, fam. But anyway, I'm gonna get up on out of here. I'm gonna come back on later on, grab something to eat. I'm gonna come back on. I don't know which channel I'm gonna be on. Just make sure you keep it locked. Either on the Ringo TV Raw. Yeah, I gotta go over there. I've been saying I'm going over there and I didn't go over there. It's just that my, who cares? I don't need to explain myself. What am I explaining myself for? Anyway, I appreciate the shows. I said I appreciate the shows. That's what happens when you're hungry. Appreciate the shows. Anyway, what I was supposed to say is I appreciate the super chats. That's what I was supposed to say. Deborah, appreciate the super chat. Tanya, appreciate the super chats. I don't know if I missed anybody. LaSalle, Green, appreciate the super chat. KW Don, I think I said Arlene earlier. Appreciate the super chats, right? So we're gonna get up on out of here, fam. So as you can see, the motives of Jason Black is to get paid. It's not about no black empowerment and all that other stuff. He here for the views just like everybody else. You know what I mean? Everybody else is here for the same thing. Views, that's all it's about. Views and cash. So what it is, right? See, the difference with me is, yeah, I get paid for what I do, but my heart is for the people. That's why I educate them. And I'm no respecter of persons. Everybody get held accountable. Everybody will be put in front of the light of truth. Because when people make posts claiming they're not here for the views, they're not here for no subscribers, then you shouldn't have monetization on your channel. Who cares about monetization? You're not here for the views. Views equals dollars. Always remember that. That being said, I'm gonna sign out. Peace and blessings to the mods. V-Dub Man in the building. Show Show in the building. What's going on? All right. We're gonna get out of here. On the other channel, on the Ringo TV Raw channel, I'm going to talk about a few stories that is just crazy, man. A few crazy stories. I'm going to try to keep them clean for the algorithm, but I got to talk about these particular stories. So that being said, I'm going to be over there later on. It is what it is. People crazy in the chat. Somebody said, what? Blue said, you beefing with New Breed? Do you see? I kind of scrolled up the comments to see what's going on. Do you see, ladies and gentlemen, how people just start talking crap? Did you hear me at any point in this video mention New Breed's name? This is why our people are on the bottom. Because really, to whoever you are, that's what you want to see. That's what you want to see. See, that's where your heart is. You want to see that. You want to see the brothers beefing, because that's what you really are. And this is why I don't rock with nobody. Especially people like you. Because when you have that thought in your mind, when I'm talking about somebody else, it just goes to show our people love drama. They love negativity. You want to see brothers fighting. That's what you want. You crave it. You want to see it. Yes, right? I know. Anyway, we're going to get up on out of here. It is what it is. Let people think whatever they want to think. Peace and blessings to the chat. Peace and blessings to the mods and all that other stuff. What's going on, Rollo, in the chat? What's going on? You know what I'm saying? A shout out to New Breed. He's on his trip. I bet that person who said, you beefing with New Breed? I bet you feel dumb right now. Right? Anyway, peace and blessings, everybody. We out of here. Peace.
If you like our content, consider supporting via Cash App at $RingoTV Raw. Become a patron on patreon.com for exclusive video content not shown on YouTube. You could also support through PayPal at paypal.me/RingoTVRaw. Subscribe to our YouTube channel and click the bell to be notified of new content. Follow me on Instagram at RingoTVRaw.
This is Ringo TV Reactions, the only channel on YouTube bringing you the truth, 100% raw and uncut. I'm out. Peace.